Hi Curious, and welcome back. It's been 12 years since the King of Pop has passed away, and even to this day, people talk about all aspects of his life, especially his love life. No matter how much time has passed since 2009, over the years there had been plenty of information with regards to the women that Michael Jackson had allegedly dated, with many speaking out and fondly looking back at their time with the Thriller singer. What did his former bodyguards say about sneaking women in for him? And which celebrities did he allegedly have a romantic relationship with? Was there more to his appearance at the 1991 Oscar ceremony with Madonna than just accompanying her? Which actress was the artist allegedly after? And upon seeing which star naked, did he scream and run away? Stay with us until the very end to find out about all the women in the life of this iconic star. But before we continue, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, turn on the notifications, and subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our future videos. Where Jackson's romantic relationships are concerned, most people tend to right away think of two women, and one of them being Lisa Marie Presley. When the two first began seeing each other, Lisa was still married, and the two started having an affair from 1992 to 1993, ultimately getting married in 1994. Though their love didn't last, since in 1996 Jackson filed for divorce, which was finalized in August that year, but they still continued to allegedly have an on and off again relationship for at least another 4 years. And the other women that most people tend to think about is Debbie Rowe, whom Jackson married the same year that he divorced Presley. But despite once again his marriage not lasting past 1999, it was with Debbie that he had his two oldest children, Prince and Paris Jackson. Though, if you want to know more about what some would call an unusual relationship with Rowe, you can check out our previous video by clicking on the link above. But for now, make sure you stay with us until the very end to find out some of Hollywood's elites that the singer allegedly had relationships with. It could be said that Debbie was the last woman that Jackson ever had dated or had some kind of relationship with, at least to the public knowledge and where reporting was concerned, though in itself might not have been the truth. Back in 2014, Jackson's former bodyguards, Javon Bird and Bill Whitfield, had done an interview which they revealed that they would sneak women into his hotel for him. In their tell-all interview, they said that there was one that they remembered the most. And when Michael's kids had gone to sleep, the bodyguards would then take their famous father to a nearby hotel wherein his Eastern European friend was waiting for him. And they did not reveal her name or nationality, and adding that the beauty just made the jaws drop. And this wasn't just some kind of one-off meeting or a one-night stand, and according to Javon and Bill, he had been meeting with her for a long while, and every time that she was in Los Angeles, the singer would act like a love-struck teenager, making Beard and Whitfield buy expensive gifts for her in a jewelry store. They also said that after his friend came his flower, which they called it was his next lover, once again the King of Pop would act like he would fallen in love for the first time. While the identities of these women remain a secret, from the confessions of the two men, it seems that Jackson was a complete womanizer. Though, who were the other women that he had allegedly been close to? One of the first women that the artist was linked to was a woman called Latonya Simmons. This was back in 1972 during the heydays of the Jackson 5. That year, Michael made an appearance on the popular show The Dating Game, and the winner of the show was Miss Simmons, who got to go to his concert at Madison Square Garden. And the night prior to the gig, the two of them had gone out on a dinner date at Sardi's. And while nothing had come out of this, they were just very young. It's surely a nice memory for Latonya to look back at now. Another teenage love of his was the Brady Bunch star Maureen McCormick, appearing on the popular British show I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Outta Here, where a group of famous people have to survive in the jungle and complete a challenge. She opened up about the fact that the two used to date, and looking back at the time, Maureen casually said that she was between 14 and 16 and they would go roller skating in Woodland Hills, and she would often go over to his house as well. And when spilling the beans on the good details, the actress had added that they used to hold hands and kiss on the cheek, but never on the lips. So moving on, after the star's teenage years, there was Stephanie Mills. The pair met in the 70s, started dating right before Jackson began filming the musical to the movie The Wiz, and they were an item in the late 70s and early 80s, while their romance had mostly been kept under the radar, since she would later spend a lot of time with him on and off the set. And when in 2019, a Leaving Neverland documentary was released, she took to her official Twitter to defend the King of Pop by saying, "My sweet Michael Jackson was a kind and compassionate, loving person. He never said an unkind thing about anyone. Leave him alone. This documentary is about nothing but money." And if you want to know more about what was said in the documentary, you can check out our previous video by clicking on the link above. But for now, stay with us to find out more about this less known side of the King of Pop who loved women. As with any celebrity, there had also been plenty of rumors about the women that Jackson dated, while that never was the case, and one such lady was actress Tatum O'Neal. In the past, the rumors about the two ranged from dating to being married, or to her trying to seduce him and force him into an intimate relationship. But as she herself explained in an interview, they were never in a relationship or married, but that they did flirt once or twice when they met several times. And she said that she may have kissed him once or twice, but all that talk of marriages and relationships was coming from Michael, who used to think that. And in a 2003 interview with Martin Bashir, he even said that Tatum was his girlfriend, whom he loved a lot. Just like he had claimed to be dating O'Neal, he had also said the same about Brooke Shields. He claimed so when appearing on the Oprah Winfrey Show in 1993 and told her that they were in love and dating, though the model said that while the singer had asked her to marry her, their relationship was nothing more than a friendship. And in a 2009 Rolling Stones interview, she said that she would always tell him, "You have me for the rest of your life. You don't need to marry me. I'm going to go on and do my own life and have my own marriage and my own kids, and you'll always have me." Since Jackson was the king of pop, he also needed his queen, and he did find one, the queen of pop herself, Madonna. But was there actually anything there? Well, while the two had always maintained a professional relationship over the years, they didn't make their first public appearance together until 1991 at the Oscars when that happened, and the media just went wild. As the Vogue singer revealed in an interview, she asked MJ to go with her as she found herself without a date to the ceremony, and she once again kicked up a stir in 2018 when she even posted a throwback photo from the day captioned "Best Date Ever." A week after the Academy Awards, the pair would be spotted on another date in Beverly Hills, but it would be the last time anyone saw them together. For the most part over the years, Madonna kept quiet about their could-have-been relationship until she made an appearance on the Carpool Karaoke with James Corden, where she spilled that they did share a kiss, which she had to initiate as Michael was too shy, but once it happened, he didn't hold back. And there had been many rumors as to why the two didn't work out, such as her refusing to go to Disneyland, which was Jackson's favorite place in the world. Though according to Mark Lester, an old friend, she spent the night at the Neverland, and things might have not gone as smoothly as she would have liked. And speaking with the Daily Mail, she said that Jackson had entered the bedroom and that Madonna was sprawled across the bed, and that she saw Jackson, threw off the blankets, and was fully nude. Jackson saw her, screamed loudly, and immediately ran out of the room. Though the Queen of Pop wasn't the only star at times that Michael was linked to. Apparently, the Pamela Anderson with Michael Jackson were seen together on dates a year prior to his passing. According to the Daily Mail, everything would have been organized by their people, so it would have been done in secrecy. And according to onlookers who had allegedly seen them, the pair were seen at Shutter's Hotel at Malibu Beach, where they were very chatty, with Pamela being her flirty self. And apparently they had gone on a second date where they now discussed the bad singer turning 50, as well as his music and his kids. Now, who would have thought that? If you want to know more about Anderson and her love life, you can do so by clicking on the link above. Though even the biggest stars in the world need to ask for their friends for help to set up a date. And this is exactly what happened with Michael Jackson and Halle Berry. In an Instagram Live, the producer Kenneth Babyface Edmonds claimed that Jackson had asked him if he knew Berry and if he could call her to set up meetings, as he wanted to take her on a date. As he didn't know her number, he had contacted her through her agent, but it seemed that the Catwoman actress wasn't interested in dating the artist. While over the years many had commented on Jackson in that he could never stay in a long-term relationship and wondering whether he just had issues with making connections with women, his very close friendship with the two ladies in particular proves otherwise, and one of them is with none other than Diana Ross. Ever since he was young, he was often infatuated with Ross, who was 14 years his senior, and he would often call her her mama, which is something that his own mother wrote in her book. He idolized the woman and thought that every woman should look like her to be beautiful. Allegedly, they were engaged twice, and both times she broke it off. It was even rumored that the song Dirty Diana and many others were about her, but that later was debunked. Despite all of that, as according to the ABC News, in his will he wrote that should his mother pass away before he did, he wanted Diana to take custody of his children. Another dear friend of Jackson who remained as such until he passed was none other than Elizabeth Taylor, and one of her last public appearances was to Michael's funeral. The pair had bonded over their horrible childhoods, which she said that were destroyed by becoming famous as kids. And throughout all the accusations about the singer and his trial, Taylor had defended him, saying that she just spent nights at the ranch without ever seeing anything. And speaking about her friend, she said that he was the purest, most giving and loving person I've ever known. known. I don't think anyone knew how much we loved each other. So curious, did you know about all of these women that the King of Pop was linked to? Do you think that he and Madonna could have been one of Hollywood's biggest power couples? Do you think he was telling the truth about having dated Tatum O'Neal and Brooke Shields, or did he make it up? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our future videos.